Mr. Speaker, anytime we have a debate on healthcare on St. Jude, you get the impression that the Labour Party is so wicked, so uncaring, so callous that they did nothing for healthcare. They deliberately left St. Jude's Hospital. They didn't commission the OKU. They did nothing. This afternoon, I heard the member for Central Castries. And the member for Central Castries was the Minister for Health in 1997. And I can remember her anguish and the concern of the entire cabinet in the circumstances surrounding health in St. Lucia. I remember her coming to cabinet for the improvement of the emergency ward at the Victoria Hospital, and the entire cabinet coalescing around her so that she could get the resources she wanted to improve the emergency unit at St. Jude Hospital. And I dare say, during that time, the emergency unit, the emergency ward at the Victoria Hospital was the best it had been in its history, and probably the best it ever had when she was Minister of Health in this Labour Party government. So when I listen, it's very hurtful, particularly the member for Cassie's office, when he casts all kind of aspersions against the Labour Party. If doctors speak, they attack doctors. The doctors are candidates of the Labour Party. If architects speak, they attack architects. The architects are candidates of the Labour Party. If the health and safety people speak, these people are architects of the Labour Party. As if the Labour Party has a deliberate policy to have healthcare in St. Lucia in chaos. And the Minister of Health, the former Minister of Health, she knows. She knows she began the process of going to the CDB for loans to refurbish health facilities in the country. She got attacked by the then UWP. She got attacked by the then UWP for her work, the work she was doing at Victoria Hospital. She also got attacked when she delivered her first baby at Victoria Hospital. She got attacked. So what I do not want, what I'm saying, is that to give the impression that the Labour Party is so anti-health and the Labour Party is so callous is wrong. What we are saying is that we started the St. Jude Hospital. You started it. We came into government and we continued doing it. You changed the scope of the St. Jude Hospital. We continued. People are saying now that you can move to one part of the hospital, the East Wing. Architects and doctors, you get the impression that it's the Labour Party that said that we can move out of the George Odlum Stadium and go to the East Wing. Instead of sitting down and discussing with the people who said it, you attack them. You call them Labour Party candidates. You told them you'll give them lien douce. You told them also because they said that we can move people from George Odlum Stadium. Mr. Speaker, anywhere is better than the George Odlum Stadium. There was a report done by the government's own health and safety experts that identified over 125 problems at the George Odlum Stadium. All we were saying, an architect, a St. Lucian architect, and we come here and we speak about how we love St. Lucians. We want to employ St. Lucian craftsmen. The architect said that we can move the George Odlum Stadium to the East Wing of the St. Jude building. Move it. He said it would take X amount of months to do it at X amount of cost. And he said that would be better. Anything would be better than George Odlum Stadium. What is so difficult in that to understand? Why can't we do that? But no, the Labour Party, anytime it comes to anyone who expresses a different opinion, he's the Labour Party. Doctors are the ones who said, because of conditions at the George Odlum Stadium, not the Labour Party, doctors, medical experts, the conditions at the George Odlum Stadium are not conducive to the delivery of health care, and that is causing unnecessary deaths. Doctors. We weren't the one who said so. No Labour Party candidate or parliamentarian said so. We quoted doctors. But you attack us. You attack us. Further, you get the impression again that this government gives people some kind of false hope that everybody in St. Lucia will get health insurance by a particular date, etc. Who would not like that for the people of St. Lucia? Who would not like health insurance for the people of St. Lucia? But the reality is, health insurance is a rather difficult concept, extremely difficult, and even more difficult to implement. Look at what's happening in the United States with health insurance. What we're saying is that we need to have a consensus on the way forward. The former Prime Minister indicated that he would have liked to have a bipartisan committee to deal with health care. We have been on record as saying financing of health care. We have been on record as saying that we would work with the government. We are ready to talk to the government or work with the government in terms of health, etc., because it's a universal problem. What they do, they attack us. The member of the Secretary's office said he had documents in the hands of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Documents. He has a case, the Director of Public Prosecutions, and that's coming soon, the member of the Secretary's office. He said that for prosecution, I made a public statement, and I said to this government, if any member of the Labour Party is guilty of corruption at St. Jude Hospital or anything that they did that's wrong, call the police and bring them to justice. We've made it clear, abundantly clear. If there is any aspect where there was fraud or there was misuse of funds, call the police and arrest the person. The government gives the impression that ministers are working on St. Jude. This St. Jude Hospital has been built by a committee of civil servants, not ministers. There was no politician on the St. Jude Hospital building committee. It was civil servants.
Appointed by them,
Exactly. But when you believe it's just a matter of wickedness, we just didn't finish it. We just didn't finish it. And finish it. Now we are facing the reality. Because you had St. Jude when it got burnt, you had it for 2 years. You didn't finish it. You have it now for 2.5 years. You're still not finishing it. So it's not as easy as you think. Not easy as you think. But you give the impression, and that is the thing with this government. Everything that goes wrong, the Labour Party. Anybody who speaks is the Labour Party. It's an infatuation with attacking the Labour Party for people who do not even have any political leanings, people who at some point in time attacked us, but you go on platform and you attack them. You go on platform and you attack them. But the point is, the reality now has hit you, and that is why you have to go to have all the excuses, because the reality, and that's something we wonder about, the reality of governance. So you can blame the Labour Party. You can have all the aspirations that you have. Aspirations are good. We can dream of many things, but one day we have to get up. And that is the issue now. So the issue we have facing us now is you have a party, in the manifesto, they promise to open St. Jude. Open St. Jude in the manifesto. They also promised in the manifesto that they would do, they didn't say health insurance, I can't remember. If it's health insurance or affordable health care. You found yourself now 2.5 years into the government and you can't deliver it. And time is going. So what you have to do now is you have to make all kind of announcements, all kind of things, because time is going. Because we are in end of 2018, next year is 2019, and you stay in 2021 in the face. And I came and I warned you. I said one thing you could not stop was time. And when 2019 hits, you into 2021. And it must happen in 2021. It must happen. So right now, since 2021 is getting very close to you, you now have to rush and puff and bluff and attack because the time is coming. You could have done that very easily. You could have said very simply, gentlemen, we have an issue with healthcare. We have an issue with St. Jude's. You made a suggestion to form a bipartisan committee to do health financing. The government has reams of documents on health financing, reams of documents, work done by the Europeans, and the Minister for Central Cashews knows that. Reams of documents, because this problem is not a problem that's happened now, you know. When she was in the cabinet, we debated that every day. We used to have jokes about it, about healthcare and the mental hospital. We used to have jokes about it. She knows that. She might forget now, but she knows. We used to have serious, which I wouldn't share with you, because we used to laugh about it, about the problems. Yes, the problems. And then we know that. So that's not an easy situation, but you gave the impression that you would do it. You are workers. You would do it. So right now, you now have to go to borrow money for, you say, health financing. But the issue is, these matters came to St. Lucia before they were discussed in St. Lucia. There was a release from the World Bank about this coverage for health. And it said, it's a news release from the World Bank, and it says the World Bank's Board of Executive Directors approved today US $20 million for International Development Association for strengthening St. Lucia's public health care system by improving accessibility, efficiency, and responsiveness of key health services. Who you think would be against that? You think any sitting parliamentarian would be against that? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real and stop this attacking and this thing. Who you think would be against that? But no, don't you think it would have been better if that had been discussed before? We'd have known what insurance company you were speaking to, what insurance companies were involved, whether the insurance companies that the insurance company would have tendered for the process, what you were thinking of. We will not be against that, but no, you want to do it. No, I might be. You might be, yes. I'm against it. I'm against but we would discuss the pros and cons. We might talk about universal health care. You might talk about, but what we say, Mr. Speaker, is that this government must stop its arrogant posture and speak to the people of St. Lucia and understand that even though the Prime Minister said at some point in time that the Labour Party lost its rights to speak on the 6th of June, the reality is that is not true. The Labour Party has never lost its right to speak, and the Labour Party will continue to have its right to speak on every issue in St. Lucia. So what we're saying to the government is that be more transparent, speak to the doctors. Why have you attacked the doctors? You've said all kinds of things about doctors. Doctors who operate in conditions that could be much better. You have attacked them. You've called them all kinds of names. You said they are politicians. You said all kinds of things about them because they are saying to you that the conditions need improvement, and be more transparent and talk to them. So I'm calling on the government one more time, to be more transparent when it comes to these health issues. Be more transparent when it comes to borrowing money for health insurance, and no one knows what you're doing. First of all, we hear it before you come to St. Lucia with it. Next time, we hearing it now, and you're saying to us, it is for health insurance. And before, you'd made all kind of statements about health insurance. You'd said there'd be $100,000 per person, all kind of statements. And these things lead to speculation. They lead to speculation because people are already speaking about how they're going to leave construction and go into insurance. We are hearing these things. And it's our right, when you hear these things, to ask questions. No, the government hasn't got any monopoly on St. Lucia that they can do whatever they want because they elected and everybody must keep quiet because the government speaks. That will not happen. The opposition will make its voice heard, and the opposition will, if necessary, even go with the government in certain things. They're risking. But the government believes that it has won the elections, they're in power, they're in control, and only now you all know that. So this is only now you all know that we do whatever we want. It will not work, and unless you try to get consensus on healthcare and consensus on health issues generally, you are spinning top in mud. Even though all of us know that health is essential, that is one of the most serious problems that any country faces, health, the issues of health. So we are saying once again that it's time for the government to be a lot more transparent when it comes to these issues. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.